Alright, I want to explain how to mortise a door properly. So we're replacing this very crappy masonite hollow core with a new masonite slab hollow core, right? Bought this off the slab. We're going to remortise it, hang it in the existing jamb. So my method, and this takes a little longer than measuring and all that. So we popped the old door off. The old door is on top. You can see it's bored already. But what you notice right away is you flush this door square with the back end where the hinges are going to mount, right? Because that must be square, right? You could adjust the hinge latch, the where the swing is going to meet the jamb has to be square. So you flush your door square against this, you mortise your door, right? That's what I just did now. I popped them, hit them with the Vicks bit, and we're going to rehang this door, and most likely it's not going to shut properly, right? If you look at the top of the door, it looks like some guy sanded this off. See where it was hitting the top of the jamb? And you can see the bevel is gone. So the dude probably wasn't fitting right, and he shaved the top of the door off so he could go home sooner than later. So we're going to make sure that that's the case before I copy this, because it might not be. We might be able to fix the jamb. The other thing you got to remember is these slab doors are always oversized and they're never really pre-beveled. So if you look at this, come on, focus. See how that's bigger, right? Even though it's a 3.0 door, it's going to be bigger, and it's not square. Go figure. So we're not going to jump to conclusions here. We're going to hang this door. I'm going to identify where that's going to be trimmed, and then we will copy this door if necessary and then sand it down. I like to use a Raz sander when it's a little tweaked like this. The other option is we don't know how much to bevel this. So before you jump to conclusions, my advice is you hang the door first, and then you see how it interacts with the existing jamb, because it's always messed up. You know what I mean? They usually, half the time, they hang these doors with finish nailers, and it's not enough of support for these doors. The other thing I must mention is when you do this first, then you paint the door last, right? You don't paint the door first and then cut it all up to pieces and scratch it all up. And everybody forgets is you need to paint the bottom of these doors. These are made like crap. So it's all flake board inside, and what happens when moisture and the relative humidity of the house from summer to winter and vice versa, that will expand and contract the door and make it do what this guy tried to fix, right? So this swells. So if you seal the edges of the door, it won't swell as bad. Now, I'm not saying coat it to death because it will stick, but just get a little foam roller with your paint and even primer, and you could just hit this so it's sealed, and that'll make it a lot better of a job. But before I bore this door or do anything else, I'm gonna reiterate. I'm gonna hang this door and put the hinges on. I'm gonna hang the door and see how it interacts with the jamb, and then we're gonna see how much I need to trim off of this door, because it might not be what was existing. Doesn't mean just because it's there doesn't mean it was right? All right. So that's kind of how I attack hanging doors in a pre-existing frame. And I'm sure everybody's got their own little tricks, but that's what I do. It takes me a little longer, a couple extra trips, but you know what, when it fits like a glove, and you don't have to deal with remounting, and then you don't have to deal with the door getting all jacked up after it's painted. So I do all this stuff first, and then we paint it last. All right.